aquarium. Clean a steam and all the hose. Is this your first time bathing with us? Or have you come back to feel the fresh sparkling libation that only hates the good?
This is our first time here, at least for me it is the first.
Stop, Penislam. We need you to explain everything in your melodic voice.
These are two very friendly gnomes.
Oh.
We strive to make your skin shine brighter than a silver piece and to make you smell like a blossoming honeysuckle.
I believe you.
They start shoving robes into your hands. Pay the counter over here.
How much
for a steam?
It is 1 GP.
Is it warm? Is it hot?
It's very hot. The lava geckos are really lively today.
Bruce Payne has never been here before, but he will pay 1 gold.
Geckos, you say?
Get his spits.
Yes, one gold is, I think, acceptable for the amount of service I expect to be getting.
Bruce Payne has never been in disguise undercover.
Yeah, I think Bruce Payne has his full costume on, but also a towel.
I will give exactly 1/3 of my total worldly wealth.
Take a bath.
A bath.
Lenny will tip an additional gold and whisper to the Penislam. Make sure the water doesn't go over 1.2 dwarven meters.
Well, that's kind of up to you. If you feed the lava geckos, then they create more steam for you.
I just don't want the water level over my noggin.
Is there a shallow end and a deep end?
It's higher than my head, but you just gotta swim sometimes.
Where's
You do know how to swim, don't you? We can give you floaties if you want.
Yes.
Of course I know how to swim, but I will take the floaties just to see if they are up to my standards.
Bruce Payne has
Thank you.
Floaties.
Whole point's just to enjoy yourself. But be sure to mind the truthiness.
The what?
Once you're in the steam, it kind of loosens you up, and it's important to remember it's impossible to tell a lie in the steam.
Oh.
Unless I had that goddamn bracelet I talked about earlier.
We've never told lies ever, but maybe we should leave right now.
Well, we can't have people being, using invisibility in there or messing about with people's comms, so it's just easier to keep everybody honest. Come clean, as they say.
Well,
Bruce Payne will definitely not leave, turn invisible, and then go check out what's in that other room.
Can I just ask, if we are in the steam and someone asks us a question, are we compelled to answer truthfully, or we just wouldn't be able to lie?
Well, lots of people just go in there to relax, but people that are social, we find it's just always been better to have it so that they can't, deceive one another. It's a nice, honest bath.
Wonderful. All I've wanted is a nice, hot, honest, silent, in which I will not talk about myself, bath.
All right,
And
Lenny
everyone
will.
pays 1 GP and is handed a robe, right?
Won't you revert back to your true self?
Complete. Nope.
No, because he is a changeling. It's true.
I am
He's a changeling.
this lizard person.
If you wish not to be disturbed, we have earplugs of silence and cucumber slices of unseeing. But most folks treat the baths as kind of a social space. In fact, the mayor himself is here right now listening to his constituents.
Well,
And head into the dressing rooms where all your gear and clothing will be magically and safely stored for you in an impenetrable void.
Can I,
Until you're ready.
Not a girl.
Can Todd take those earplugs of silence and cucumbers of unseeing just to have them?
You can take them.
All right.
The
You get up on the
earplugs
table.
are literally just earplugs.
They're earplugs, but they work really, really well.
Okay.
They don't silence anyone around you, but you can't hear anyone around you.
They're
Yeah.
like memory
Our-
foam or something.
Lenny is wearing the floaties, by the way.
Of course he
We
is.
all didn't say anything, but yes, of course you are.
So what we do, we steal a whole bunch of earplugs, and then when we break into someone's house next time, we just run up to them and slap the earplugs into their ears, and then just wrap a big cloth around their head.
It
Again
doesn't
and
make
again.
them not able to scream.
My bedroom is right under Conquertron's shag tower. I needed the air.
Okay,
Oh god.
good point. It doesn't make that much
All I can think of is Fry in his apartment with the 2 robots playing poker.
Yeah. I will be taking the door to the left.
Alright, they seem like similar rooms with just more spaces to get changed.
All right.
Should I be making a perception check? Should we be checking the door for traps?
Yeah, I mean,
This,
seems pretty safe in public.
not everything is out to get you, Bruce.
Yeah, well, traps aren't gonna not look like this.
You think Jackstone set us up?
No. I mean, like, maybe in the good way. Like, set us up with the connection.
Yeah,
We're still only paying him with the
map,
cheap
that's
stuff.
nice.
But
All I know is if we can ask the mayor about the blood leaves here, he can't tell a lie. And we could also maybe try and hear what he's talking about, because if they were scrying on his house, we were all over that house.
Oh, right, you guys look like you. I'm the only one that doesn't look like me.
Yes.
Well, Lenny
Lenny
also-
all the time.
Lenny,
We look
Lenny
like our
was a
stuff.
snake.
Lenny was a snake the whole time?
And
Well, like,
he
getting in.
entered the house as a snake.
Oh, this is true.
Oh, I don't have advantage on that one, but I have advantage on the
As
perception
you step into the dressing rooms and pull the curtain closed, all of your clothes melt magically off of you. You watch them fold themselves in the air over and over again, becoming smaller and smaller with each fold until they vanish into thin air with a faint popping noise.
Wonderful.
Flash style.
If you don the provided robes, you do not feel the cloth on your skin, just the warm, moist air emanating from the next room filled with steam.
Are these like imaginary, illusionary cloths?
They take on patterns of your own design. So whatever you'd like your robe to look like,
Very nice. Yes, it
It
was.
looks like the same clothes that they were that Asselma was wearing before with the BDSM lizard girl outfit.
You're saying this is a trap?
you are going to draw some attention.
Todd will
That-
put on the lab coat that he usually wears, but it will be fuzzy.
Lenny would look like himself.
The exact same.
Oh, Lenny would look like himself, except the floaties now look like he has Popeye-sized biceps.
No, the robe is just a robe.
Yeah, the floaties aren't magical.
Yeah,
They're
the floaties
just
always
floaties.
look like floaties. As you enter the baths, you can see that the baths are indeed quite popular. At the other side of the steamy cedar-lined room, you can see a man who seems to be holding the attention of much of the room. He has a large scar on his left cheek and is speaking quietly to a wizened old woman in a pink robe covered in tiny white flowers.
Is it the Godfather?
Yeah, my robe will just actually be little lizards, sort of climbing all over it.
It's crazy.
I still have my mask on. And, crazy time.
Great. I
He's
like
so
him.
creepy.
He's really great, though. I like the background
So
of this one.
If the robe was 2 inches longer, he'd be Clive Owen, but
Yeah, that's funny.
So many prudes.
And what is his name?
Arheldon Caradon. It appears that the left side of the bench is a sort of informal line for an audience with the mayor. 3 people are fidgeting, waiting for their turns. In the center of the room is a large pool with steam rising in small puffs as tiny lizards dive from the ledges, turning their bright orange to mottled black as they submerge themselves. They are adorable.
Oh.
Those are the fire geckos.
Those are lava geckos.
Lava geckos.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big bowl of wood chips sitting on the wall where you came in that appears to be their food.
Oh yes, this is where you feed the lava geckos. Well, I will walk in like I've been here a million times before and grab a handful of the wood pellets and sprinkle them in front of the lava gecko.
They gobble them up happily, and they seem to glow a little brighter, and then they do little dives on the edge of the tub, submerging themselves, and a nice little puff of steam appears every time they fall into the water.
Lenny will compliment these geckos on how amazing they are at their job, give them some food, and see if any one of the geckos wants to talk to him.
They are magical beasts. Are you able?
It is with beasts, is what the spell says, so it does not say magical beasts.
I do not think they're able to speak with you, but they do seem to have a very friendly demeanor and are happy that you're feeding them.
Locusts. Carry on.
So
I assume you guys take up spots on the bench waiting to be seen by the mayor.
Yeah.
yes, we'll form a queue.
I'll sit across from them.
Fentham's
Yeah,
actually
so we
laying
can
this
all
one out.
stare at you.
He's sketching in notes and drawing up designs.
Give me perception checks.
Dope.
Ooh,
25.
And he's focusing on the geckos.
Sentinel shield.
That's
Doesn't help me
right.
at all.
Isn't it wisdom and
Perception
initiative?
checks.
Oh, it is
perception checks
too.
and initiative. Just perception checks and initiative.
Okay.
It kind of works for Batman.
I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt. That's nice to have advantage on.
Or Ratman, I should.
Todd, you are able to make eye contact with the mayor as he's having his little audience with this old lady. And he seems to sort of speed up the conversation. You recognize a little light of recognition in his eyes, as if perhaps he's seen you before.
Well, did the recognition get paired with eyebrows going down or up?
He
Let me
played
check
it
the
very
film.
cool, but you think there was a tiny lift up. He does seem to be keeping his attention on the people he's speaking with.
I think he knows we did him a favor. And I will continue to wait.
Soon after, the mayor has a conversation with a chubby halfling and also seems to hurry it along. And then a nervous-looking Triton. And then it is your turn, and there's a large, very fat half-orc waiting behind you.
What just happened?
We're
You're just moving. Oh, wait, where did Fintham go?
I thought Fitton was being assaulted.
Someone decided he wasn't joining.
We had
Everyone
a...
has to draw stuff up. So
Come here, little guy.
Bentham is sitting on the couch out here.
We had the old woman in the flower robes, the fat, happy halfling, and what was the third person?
Bozer.
A very nervous, awkward-looking Triton.
Brighton.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
Wait, you are seducing the mayor?
I think so.
Bathhouse
What?
wouldn't
Don't
let
I-
Fintham bring in the newspaper.
Don't I
for
know
discipline.
you?
I don't think so.
He looks a little nervous because I think he recognizes you.
Do we know this man?
No, he might
You,
recognize the lizard
You
girl.
are disguised as one of Rich's former servants who he turned into a lizard.
Which
Mayor
other
has
reason
dinner at
Fintham
Rich's
brought
house.
it up, you know? Are you sure about this?
No one.
You
even-
like
I
crazy
got a
stories, Mr. Kerrigan.
Are you here to tell me something? Is it Sarnelli?
No.
We think
Thinking
you
of
might
someone
be.
else.
Lenny will just kind of bluff. We think you are here to tell something to us.
We were thinking about getting involved in politics. Perception check, 13.
Another perception check, please. You can't tell a lie.
Yeah,
in
you
here.
can't tell a lie here. Shit, I
That's
did.
why I
Maybe
said
I do
no.
I
wanna
did
get
far
involved in
worse than
politics.
last time. I will say to the mayor, yes, we are quite well known around the town. We are the Hulkogis, the heroes of the arena. You have probably heard of us.
Yes, I have, and I was going to compliment you on your new business enterprise. I'm very happy to see new entrepreneurs in the quarter, but I had to come and see you for another reason.
And what would that reason be?
Kind of like looks around. There aren't too many people left in the room, but the orc behind you seems like he's getting like really impatient. He's sweating like a ton sitting in the sauna. He's a really big dude.
I'm gonna go up to the orc and just sort of. Oh, darling, you're so sweaty. Let me.
You're
How
so
you are.
sweaty.
You know, like when someone's really drunk and they're trying to fight puking, and then you go and touch them?
And then they vomit on you?
Yes.
The orc lurches forward
Turning invisible.
and tries to block his
You
mouth,
can't in here.
but
Okay.
vomits on the tile floor in front of you.
Oh.
Darling.
He
Oh.
is disgusting and covered in vomit. But Lenny, it seems like there's something in his hands.
The orc?
Okay.
And his
It looks
vomit, you mean?
familiar. Yeah, it looks familiar, like something Todd uses all the time. And
I see.
he opens it,
It's a rat.
and it was a bag of holding.
Oh, well, how do you
And
clean
there
vomit out of a bag
are-
of holding?
2 creatures that emerge from it. The orc says,
I'm sorry?
Bowden is done with your games, Carradine. And then the orc falls face down into the tile and slides into the pool. The lava geckos skimmer around to try to avoid him. But these creatures have already been released from the bag.
What kind of creatures are they?
Have we heard of
We've seen-
Odin?
It sounds super familiar.
Bowden. They are
Demons.
huge red-horned demons with pincers the size of bear traps.
I hate these guys.
And did you say we
they-
couldn't do magic in here, or we couldn't do?
No, we can't tell
We
lies.
can't lie.
Can't
Can't
tell
tell
lie.
a lie, but it is, that's because of a zone of truth. Not being allowed to use spells or wear your stuff is like a house rule.
Okay.
But you will have to go back and change to get all your stuff.
Except for Fintham.
Well, except for spells.
Except for Fintham.
Except for
spells.
How will Fintham know to come in?
I'm sure there's gonna be screaming.